Good morning, everyone, and welcome to King University. You're looking at the gates to the entrance to this beautiful, beautiful campus. I'm Chris McIntosh. Welcome to Daytime Tri-Cities. Along with Amy Lynn, we're on our campus tour.
We are, and we are so excited. We are here inside McClellan Hall.
Oh, yeah,
right
beautiful.
outside the King's Den this morning.
The King's Den.
The King's Den.
And the Java Bean.
And we've already, I was going to say, we've already sort of toured the area a little bit. We went to the bookstore.
Oh, yeah, I went to Tornado
King
Alley.
University.
I love that name. The Tornado Alley bookstore. I like that.
Outside of the King's Den, Tornado Alley, and now we're in sort of the student lounge area.
Enjoying a few beverages.
Yeah.
And
that coffee
enjoying...
shop, Java Bean.
Yeah.
They know how to make some coffee.
Oh, and you love some coffee.
And talk about a nice, warm welcome. Man, they have rolled out the red carpet for us today.
And we got a good audience here today.
Yeah.
They're all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, not so much the two of us. I think we had a little bit of a late night, but we're doing all right. We're having a great time out
And
here.
hey, just a quick programming note, of course, a lot of people are watching the coverage of the Pope and his visit, and we want to let everybody know that if you would like to continue to watch that coverage, you can do so on our website at WJHL.com. They will have continued coverage of the Pope's visit, or you can stay tuned and watch News Channel 11 at noon. We'll have a full report on the Pope's visit as well.
And you can watch that online and keep an eye on us here at King University.
Yeah, so good to be back here. We were talking about
nice.
our news days and covering stories here at King. And the wonderful things we've gotten to do. And today is the first day of fall. And I remember a few years ago, I got to talk with one of their professors who talked a little bit about the science behind the changing colors of the leaves.
And there is some science
there.
It was
very cool.
You need the right amount of water at the right time and the right heat and all that and the right frost, and it all comes together and it makes for a beautiful campus, especially here at King. When the leaves change, it's beautiful.
Oh, it's such a pretty campus. About 130 acres, hilltop. It's got so many great views and lots of cool things going on here at King University. We're going to be talking a little bit about that coming up in the show. And you were saying you've got lots of fond memories here.
I do. When I was in high school, I played a lot of soccer right down here on this field. Loved it. Had a lot of friends who went to high school with me who came here, played basketball, were students here. So I have a lot of fond memories of this place.
And man, they've got some good athletic teams. You can root for those
sure
tornadoes.
We'll be talking about those in
well.
a little bit.
Yeah. Well, first we want to bring on our first guest. We have Dr. Matt Roberts here with us. He is the Vice President for Academic Affairs. And Dr. Roberts, thanks so much for having us out today and hosting us.
Absolutely. I mean, it's an exciting time to be at King, and we're super excited that you're here with us this morning. So thank you for coming.
And we were talking about the campus. I mean, just beautiful. We got to do some touring here, got on one of your golf carts, and I would imagine when you're bringing in prospective students, that's one of the things you hear over and over again.
Oh, absolutely. And they do love the golf carts. But it's, as you said, it's a 130-acre campus, and it's beautifully unified through the Georgian architecture that we see on campus. There's a lot of nature settings. We've recently have connected our Learning Commons, which is a little bit on the side of campus, and so we created somewhat of a nature preserve walk for students to get there to have classes over there. So it's wonderful. We've been on this site for 100 years, and King is getting ready to celebrate its 150th. But on this site that we're on right now, Bristol Hall is the oldest building at 100 years. So we're delighted that you're here to be part of, particularly the first day of fall, as we look at the leaves begin to change and how beautiful everything really is on this campus.
And this place is such a touchstone for everyone in Bristol, and for years it was King College. And I almost slipped myself a moment ago and said King College again,
okay.
But it's King University. How difficult was it to make that change?
It's a lot of paperwork. It's a lot. It's a lot of notifications to accrediting bodies and external stakeholders, and it's a culture shift. But we still, you know, live out those values that you knew of King College. Not so many years ago.
Well, no, it was several years ago.
But that's who we are. We never would be King University without King College, and it's okay. We all sometimes still say King College, and it's quite all right.
And talk to us a little bit about the activity here on campus. I mean, you guys have that beautiful oval. All of those buildings were sort of built to kind of look out over that oval, and now you've got quite the project. We do.
A lot of university campuses, as we know, often they'll be referred to as a quad, right, where you have a centralized focused green space in the middle, a lot of the buildings pointing towards each other. At King, we do an oval. And the oval was originally bricked over 50 years ago. And so it's in need of some repair. You can imagine what the weather and the snow and the rain does. And, you know, a few of us naively thought, I did, you know, maybe this means just leveling out a few bricks. But I think as the students have seen, we've dug about a 3-foot trench to do it correctly with changing some of the topography, better access to some of our buildings, but at one point it looked like a free lazy river for the students. But
hey, jump on in.
Did anybody take advantage of it?
Not that I know of, but I can't speak to that. But the progress has been great. As you all know, we've had really great weather recently, and that's helped to speed some things up.
And you were speaking of the students. 16 years in a row with record enrollment. You're for the first time over 2,900 students here. That is a great accomplishment.
It is, you know, and this is an interesting time for all colleges and how there are challenges in the 21st century educational landscape. And the trick is to figure out where can you go for new relevant programs, but how do you also remember and maintain and sustain the things that brought you to where you are here today. So it's celebrating our rich heritage and liberal arts and that foundation for which King is known in this area and in the region and nationally for just a solid school with liberal art roots. And now we've been able to build upon that. School of Nursing, School of Business, School of Education, Behavior and Health Sciences. So it's wonderful to see the growth.
Very cool. Well, Dr. Roberts, we thank you so much for having us out today.
Thank you so much.
We're going to continue to bring on some of the different guests from King University.
We have some interesting people we're going to be talking with today.
Some professors.
Very diverse.
Yes.
So I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, it's going to be a lot of fun. Thanks so much for having us out.
Thank you.
Hey, as we mentioned, lots to come. We're going to be talking to a student who's done amazing things in her career here at King University.
We're going to be hitting a little bit of athletics as well, whether it's basketball, wrestling, baseball, golf.
Did you see they got the mascot?
The mascot is here. That's right.
So
So stay with us. We got Daytime Tri-Cities. We're going to cover it all here from King University.
Food City is the premier sponsor of Daytime Tri-Cities.